In a town where beloved resorts are most often demolished and replaced, how is it that this one has survived for 78 years? Still proudly sitting at Center Strip, still proudly dressed in the brightest, most gaudy neon, the Flamingo celebrates its gangster history, its namesake bird, and continues to thrive.
Thrive? No kidding. This venerable resort has opened 3 new big-name restaurants in the past month. We're going to look at all 3 of them.
So get ready, because this adventure starts right now.
It's just about 10 a.m. on the first Friday of 2025, and we are on the Strip, parked at Caesars. Today's subject is just across the boulevard. How have we never featured this place before? We will be exploring the Flamingo and still speculating on what will replace Margaritaville in that ideal spot at Center Strip. Casino.org is thinking it will be a country joint, perhaps with a big-name partnership. Stay tuned. Flamingo holds 2 distinctions on the Las Vegas Strip. It is considered to be the first proper resort with an upscale and modern design, and the oldest continuously operating resort as well. Can we talk about that famous neon? The flamingo plumage was added in a 1977 revamp and remains among the most beautiful and photo-worthy on the whole Strip. Another plus for this vintage property is location. It is literally across the street from the Emperor's Palace and 2 doors down from the intersection that bears its name, Flamingo Road. The pedestrian bridge across the boulevard practically takes you to its doorstep. Even in its 79th year, more on that later, the Flamingo continues to reinvent itself. Just a month ago, reality TV personality Lisa Vanderpump opened her 3rd venue on the Strip. It's called Pinky's, her nickname, and has a glamorous Art Deco design that merges perfectly with its Flamingo home. Inside is a 7,000 square foot restaurant and bar with some fittingly glamorous items on the menu. All right, you can probably guess what's coming next: the history. Back in 1945, real estate developer Billy Wilkerson bought this land on Route 91 to build a resort. A year later, he partnered with the mob to finance it. Enter Bugsy Siegel. The place opened in December 1946 and has been here ever since. In the 70s, it was purchased by the Hilton brand, and you'll surely remember that for 30 years we all knew it as the Flamingo Hilton. Nowadays, it's part of the Caesars family. The casino is just over 72,000 square feet with more than 700 slots and 55 tables. Something about this place still feels like classic Vegas, even in 2025. What do you think? A nice piece of that flamingo plumage also made its way indoors at the 24/7 Bugsy Bar, literally in the heart of the casino action. The sportsbook is a little underwhelming, just a few live windows and a row of betting kiosks all tied in with Caesars. But that big roomy bar with the views out to the lagoon and waterfalls has been dubbed the Caesars Sportsbook Fan Zone, a really good spot to watch the playoffs with your friends. Turning our attention to entertainment, this 780-seat showroom has been busy over the years. how many of you saw this famous brother and sister duo who held court here from 2008 to 2019 for a grand total of 1,730 shows? Today, the room is shared between an award-winning comedy magician and an original Las Vegas production on RuPaul's reality show. Just steps away, Bugsy's Cabaret also rotates 2 shows. X-Burlesque has been playing here since 2007, serving up a classy adult fantasy show paired with playful audience interaction. Walk clockwise around the Flamingo Social Bar and we land on the opposite side of the theater where Mr. Las Vegas can be found. Wayne Newton presents an intimate show that features a nice mix of his hits, his instrumental skills, and recollections of his storied career. Now, we've seen this show at the Flamingo twice and absolutely love it. We mentioned earlier that Flamingo keeps reinventing itself, but never more than in the past month. This is the second of 3 new food venues we will see on our walkthrough. Gordon Ramsay Burger. This location is the famous chef's 7th restaurant in Las Vegas, all of them partnering with Caesars Entertainment. The restaurant space is a generous 12,000 square feet that can accommodate up to 300 guests. And the menu includes signature items that are exclusively available only at this location. In a town where food courts featuring national chains are almost being replaced by upscale eateries, it's kind of nice to see this one still around. Flamingo's food hall has 5 well-known brands and plenty of seating to enjoy your quick meal. I cannot tell you how many times we have walked past Carlos and Charlie's on the Flamingo Casino floor and been tempted to stop in and take a closer look at this fun and vibrant dining establishment. Talk about great curb appeal. Stick around because today's the day. If you have been with us for any length of time, though, you know the tour comes first, food later. We're heading towards the hotel lobby area with a detour at the first of 3 coffee stops we'll encounter at Flamingo, Starbucks. We just read that this is in fact a new location for the popular chain. As we approach the hotel front desk, it's about 10:30 a.m. on a Friday after New Year's Eve, and the line to check out and head back to reality is a long one. I really hope that you folks all had a great time celebrating the new year right here in Las Vegas. Opposite the front desks is a smallish lobby bar. And the desk for the Caesars Loyalty Program. Back in 1947, the Flamingo's Hotel opened with 105 rooms on 3 floors. Nowadays, it's got a total of 3,460 rooms on 28 floors. And those rooms in this great center strip location go for some real bargain prices as well. We love resorts with long hallways that we can explore, and the Flamingo Promenade runs from the lobby area back to the valet and self park with a well-stocked and appealing gift shop along the way. The shop is open from 7 a.m. to midnight, and the selection of items, particularly all the Flamingo theming, totally charmed Paula. Further along is a store dedicated to RuPaul's residency, offering a curated selection of drag chic collectibles. Coffee counter number 2. Take note, there'll be a quiz later. It's the Nook Express. There's seating close by and a display case full of tempting light bites. Opposite that is Purple Zebra, the popular daiquiri bar that has locations all up and down the strip. Now, I'm not sure why we have never ever tried this. Still on the casino floor, this is the elegant bar area for the Flamingo's destination steakhouse, Bugsy and Myers. This place is described as hearkening back to the resort's old school roots. Yes, the napkins are pink, and the wall art is flamingos. The menu, though, is all seriousness. Wet and dry aged premium steaks. Earlier, we spied a promo for a speakeasy adjacent to the steakhouse, so we are on the lookout for that. And here it is, behind the green door, a hidden gem called the Count Room. Inside, they promise vintage elegance reminiscent of the 1920s, the era of Prohibition. Moving on, we are about to discover the third of 3 new restaurants that the Flamingo has unveiled in the past month. Havana 1957 just opened on December 26th, and just as the name implies, it brings the glamour and flavor of the 1950s Havana to Las Vegas. The chain has 5 locations in Miami and is a welcome addition to our culinary scene with its menu of Cuban specialties. Plus, they offer nightly entertainment, and there are more than 30 rums at the bar. And here you go, last of the 3 Java spots, an offshoot of Havana 1957 next door. Cortadito brings South Florida's favorite Cuban-American coffee house to Las Vegas. All right, we always like to promote fun and free attractions on the Strip, so let's head outside to the 4-acre wildlife habitat and the lush tropical garden beyond it. The habitat is open every day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Hi, good morning from the wildlife habitat. What a gorgeous morning it has turned out to be. It was kind of overcast when I was filming all my exteriors earlier, but the sun is out. It's kind of a watery sun, and it looks beautiful here with all of the palm trees, the water, and there's even a few animals in the wildlife habitat. We're going to go explore in a minute, and then you know what comes next. I always get to treat myself with some food. Where am I going? I'll give you a hint. It's C&C are the initials. All right, let's go look at some birds and fish and turtles and whatever we can find. Okay, so as soon as we step out the door, we've got a water turtle and some ducks. Actually, and there's a whole bunch of ducks down there a little bit. Don't you just love how the lighting here just kind of turns everything pink? It's really kind of magical this morning between the sandstone, the light, and of course, this pink railing here. All right, let's go see what else we can find. Well, hey, jackpot. We hit the jackpot. We have pink flamingos in their classic pose standing on one leg. There's some controversy in the history about how the flamingo name came to be and whether it can be attributed to Bugsy Siegel or not.
Let me interrupt Paula here for just a second and give you the story I have heard about the name. Apparently, Siegel named it the Flamingo after his girlfriend, Virginia Hill. She was nicknamed the Flamingo due to her fiery red hair and long legs. Now, that's the story that I've been told over the years. If you know something different, leave it down in the comments section. All right, back to Paula.
Somebody way back when in the 40s had a love for Florida and Hialeah racetrack or Miami Beach or someplace where flamingos are prevalent. And here they are in Las Vegas on a beautiful January day. So this habitat actually was built in 1995, right after they demolished the last remaining buildings of the original Flamingo built in the 40s. So this is the result. It is a tribute to Bugsy Siegel, gangster extraordinary, but the guy who is responsible in the history books for the Flamingo being here. It's a beautiful place, especially on a cool winter morning like this. Just really beautiful little pathways and views. The pansies are in. I'm a big nut for flowers, you guys know that. And in the center here, a stunning fountain. The habitat is, of course, located amidst all the Flamingo buildings and lots and lots and lots of palm trees. Also lots and lots of running water. Feels very cool and refreshing this morning.
You have to love the contrasts in Las Vegas. A vintage fountain in a vintage hotel with a high-tech modern observation wheel in the background.
Looking at it from this angle, you get such an Art Deco vibe, don't you? The font they used on the Hotel Casino lettering, the pink, the neon, the fountain with the verdigris patina on it. It's I'm appreciating the Flamingo a lot on this tour this morning. All right, so this is Carlos and Charlie's that we've already seen inside the casino. This is their patio. I don't know if it's open today. It's a little bit chilly, but what a great place to have margaritas on a sunny day. And let's go see if we can take a look at the wedding chapel. Okay, so the swimming pool is well hidden over there. Maybe we can get some pictures off the web. But let's go around and check out the chapel. Imagine how many people have been married in this spot. You know, this place has been here 79 years in Las Vegas. That's just incredibly hard to believe. Let's go take a look. Well, it looks like we might not be able to peek inside, but when they say garden chapel, they literally mean garden chapel. The sound of running water everywhere, pools, ponds, and waterfalls. And over here, let's go say hello to Bugsy. I'm not sure all the tourists know this is back here, but it's always worth a stop. This is an homage to Bugsy Siegel, who secured the financing to build the Flamingo, took over management of that build, and is largely responsible in the history books for the Flamingo Hotel being here, even though he only lasted about a year or less after it opened. Way to go, Bugsy. Your legacy lives on. So here's a beautiful gazebo where you can get married outside. It has beautiful little fairy lights and a bed of flowers around it. How beautiful is this? Okay, friends, enough touring. Let's go have some lunch.
True to her word, she made a beeline for Carlos and Charlie's.
Okie doke. Wow, thank you so much for the booth. As promised, I am at Carlos and Charlie's. It's just a little bit before 12 noon, and they handed me a breakfast menu. So I guess I'm going to have to choose off the breakfast menu. I think it goes till noon. No hardship, though. There's some cool-looking things on it. But it's never too early for a margarita, right? I just got their house margarita, and I am going to enjoy that. I've been doing a lot of walking. So looking at the menu, I think I might go for Charlie's breakfast burrito. I think it's going to be a big old meal wrapped in a burrito. Sounds good.
This fun eatery opened at the Flamingo back in 2012, but the concept started way before that. Carlos Anderson began his hospitality career with a little spot in Mazatlan, Mexico called El Shrimp Bucket. And in the 1970s, joined up with his crazy pal Charlie to open a carefree, fun, charming, and humorous restaurant in Cancun. The humor is what really charms us. By the way, the patio overlooking the fountain and gardens was actually open that day. Carlos and Charlie's really wins points for us for its decor and ambiance. It just makes you want to hang out here on a sunny day.
My breakfast/lunch has arrived, and it is a beautiful burrito with a variety of meats inside, scrambled eggs, and I don't know what all. But I've got a nice ramekin of red sauce. Let's do a little dip. Let's see what we can do. It's almost too hot to hold in my hands. It's so fresh. Wow. Oh my gosh, that just explodes with flavor. There's not a lot of eggs. It's mostly meat. Oh, I can't even tell you, that burrito is so hot and fresh. The red sauce is so incredible. One more bite. You guys, I've never eaten at Carlos and Charlie's. They've been here 13 years. What's up with that? Finger licking good. Wow, it is so good. That burrito is incredible. I will probably do some real damage with this thing because it's great. By the way, for a house margarita, this is delicious. Nice and tart. Not a lot of liquor in it, which is fine because I'm only having one, but very, very good. And honestly, the whole experience, from the time I walked into the Flamingo to my lunch and everything in between, I've had a great time. Big thumbs up on Flamingo. All right, bye. I gotta eat.
We're going to wrap up our tour of the Flamingo by heading to one of our favorite attractions on the entire strip, one that happens to be literally just outside the Flamingo's side doors. But first, a quick pivot to snap a photo of this cool retro scene lit by pink neon. We have taken you to the Linq Promenade many times on our channel, and you know how much we really enjoy spending time here. Today, it's just about pointing out that the Flamingo opens directly onto this exciting pedestrian mall. By the way, there's the high roller that we caught a glimpse of in the courtyard earlier. And a few hundred of our best friends enjoying the new year right here in fabulous Las Vegas.